Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Grow You Girl channel. My name is Sherry, and in case this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. And this is our Tuesday edition of our videos about gardening. It's called Tomato Tuesday. And I'm calling it that because I thought once a week, it's going to help me to also record how our tomatoes are doing throughout the season. Our tomato plants, that is, and I've been sharing with you ever since I started growing them from a wee little seed back indoors till we got them planted here about, what is it? It's been about 2 weeks now that they've been in the ground. So every Tuesday, I'm going to come here to you. I'm going to share with you how they've progressed, but I also want to hear from you. What are you doing? Are you growing tomatoes? Do you love tomatoes as much as I do? And what's the progress that's happening in your tomatoes? Now, I am in zone 6A, which is just outside of Boulder, Colorado. And so we've got rain, if you've noticed, and that's something we haven't had very much of in years gone by, and so we can't really hate it too much because the plants absolutely love it. So this week's the real big news. Last week we had wind, but this week we had a lot of rain. Every day over the Memorial Day weekend it rained. As I'm recording this, is the Tuesday after. And so the plants have loved it. I actually came out earlier and was like, wow, they really have grown. I look at them every single day, of course, but I was really amazed at just how they shot up. So I'd love to hear from you in your part of the world, whether you're in California where you've got, I know parts of California are already getting up into the hundreds. So would love to know what you've got going on. What's your favorite tomatoes? What brand, etc. Did you grow them from seed? Did you get them from a garden center? Just let's find out about each other's tomato stories, shall we? I think it would be fun and very enlightening. So let me go ahead. I think it stopped raining for a moment, so I think I'm going to put the umbrella down, turn the camera around, and show you what's going on here in the tomato bed. What do you say? Let's grow. Okay, so here is what we've got. First of all, again, for those of you just here for the first time, we just built this. Let me get the camera back a little bit. There we go. We just built this bamboo trellis, thanks to my husband, Ed, for that. I see him over there in the background. Thanks, Ed, for the trellis. Okay, and oh, there gets the dog bark. The dog's in the neighborhood barking. Anyway, so here is what has happened since last week. And I think that I'm going to start measuring this just to get an idea week by week. But they've grown, like this one right here has probably grown that much and really gotten a little beefier. Now, we had rain, I'm telling you, rain. And some of it was very, it was close to hail. And I know there's parts of Colorado that got some very large hail, like softball size hail. Thank God that did not happen here. I've had that in seasons gone by. That has been a nightmare. But some of our leaves are getting a little kunky just from the extremity. So again, it's just taking the old thumb to use it as a clip and taking off different pieces of the plants that just aren't serving the plant anymore. And it just happens, right? And then it's also, I'm going to be tying these up. I caught these cool little, they're just Velcro ties. So I'll be tying more of these up as they go up the string. But again, the most important part is to check them for anything that, again, like this is going to cause a lot of problems because it's sitting in the dirt, not happy. So that is what I have. Now, all of my seeds, all my tomato plants I grew from seed with Botanical Interest Seeds, who I love. These, I have a brand called Moskvich. These are the Moskvich right here. I have, what else? We'll just talk about Moskvich first this week because I want to keep these short and sweet. But I'll tell you what the Moskvich, what I love about them, they're such great producers. They produce starting in about probably by the end of June at the latest, they'll be producing, and they produce through the whole summer, which is fantastic. So that's the Moskvich, and I have about 5, 6 of those, and I've got some cherry tomatoes here at the end. The goal with the cherry tomatoes is that I'm going to grow them up over this arbor and have the cherry tomatoes there. I've also, in the very front of this, I like to put flowers so the pollinators are all together, like a row of flowers, and it looks pretty. You know, gotta look pretty in the front. And these are Aztec zinnias that'll be growing up here. And then basil, as I see basil plants at the store, as long as they're from an organic source, I put them in here with my tomatoes. I've just been learning about this, and I think it's a cool thing, because what goes better with tomatoes than basil? A little caprese, yeah? And then over here, it is starting to rain again, so I'll make this quick. But over here, I have some tomatoes in barrels, which, again, you can do these at home in pots. I like to do a couple of plants together if I can. Like I have a couple of green zebras in here. Again, flowers in the front of these. And my tomatillo. And I got some cilantro. What's better with tomatillo than cilantro? I got those at the store too. And my carrots. And then another one, this is Red Pride, this particular one. And oh my gosh, I can't help but see my zinnia seeds are coming up. All right, but that's for another day. All right, my friends, that is gonna wrap up Tomato Tuesday. Be sure to subscribe and let us know. It looks like my rhubarb is seeing better days. It's getting out of rhubarb season. But be sure to subscribe and tell your friends who love tomatoes to come on over here to the Grow You Girl channel. And we'll just honor gardening and tomatoes here every Tuesday.
Thanks for growing with us. And we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video. And then, of course, be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.